On January 25th, 2015, Uhuru Kenyatta held a press conference with Barack Obama, the then President of the United States. A foreign journalist, Jeff Mason, asked a question during that press conference. Jeff Mason is a White House correspondent and a blogger for Reuters. So Mason asked Uhuru to comment on the state of gay rights in Kenya. Uhuru responded to Mason by saying, "For Kenyans today, the issue of gay rights is really a non-issue." So my question today is, has that day come? Is the issue of gay rights an issue today? Is it time for us to legalize homosexuality in Kenya? Welcome to Nahashon Kimemia Live. A special shout out to Gladys H and Ken K for suggesting this topic. Gladys suggested it through Facebook. Ken suggested it through WhatsApp. Thank you to all my 1,100 subscribers. Please subscribe to my channel and share these videos. Do not hide a light where there is darkness. This is part 1. Is it a big deal? How many homosexuals are there in Kenya? And the question is, how do you determine whether something is a big deal? Do you look at the international level? For example, is someone powerful or some powerful entity funding the homosexual movement in Kenya? To determine that, we need to follow the money. At the national level, is it a big deal? To determine whether it's a big deal at the national level, we look at the internal organization of homosexual groups or groups that support homosexuality. Do these groups have power? Can they make a political statement? Can they enforce change? And of course, we'll have to look at it at the individual level. How many people does this issue affect? Should we be focusing on other issues as opposed to this issue? Like Uhuru said, it was a non-issue in 2015. Has it become an issue in Kenya today? So I will start by looking at foreign governments. On 26th June 2012, the US Embassy held the first ever LGBT Pride event in Kenya. And one of the officials at that event said this: "Advancement of human rights for LGBT people is central to our human rights policies. It's part of our realization of our foreign policy goals." So it is a big deal at the international level if what the US says is something to go by. It is part of their foreign policy goals. So let us look at foreign organizations as opposed to foreign governments, because you already know it's a big deal among foreign governments like the United States. So foreign organizations. George Soros founded the Open Society Foundation in 1993. It has branches in 37 countries, and in 2017, George Soros gave that organization $18 billion. So he's really putting his money where his mouth is. It is the second largest funded foundation in the world. By 2013, the only organization that surpasses the Open Society Foundation is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, as I did in another video, it funds the Universal Identity Program by the World Bank. So we have Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation funding, let's say the Huduma number and all those other initiatives, perhaps not directly, but still some way, even perhaps in terms of thought. And then we have the George Soros Foundation funding activities to do with homosexuality and abortion. That is George Soros. So they actually have an initiative for West Africa and they have an initiative for Southern Africa. There is something they are planning for these regions and perhaps also for Eastern Africa. And how powerful is their system of planning? George Soros and his foundation, the Open Society Foundation, it was banned in Russia. It was kicked out of Hungary. It's currently at war with Donald Trump through Antifa, another organization funded by George Soros and through the Open Society Foundation. So you can see that this foreign organization is a big deal. They actually have projects. These projects are worldwide, and these projects have so much impact on societies that governments are actually kicking them out of their societies. So at the international level, it's a big deal by foreign governments, it's a big deal by foreign organizations. But let's look at Kenya.